Hello everyone, welcome to the Gifted Soul Tarot. I'm going to be doing a love reading for Scorpio, and this is for the period 1st of May to 15 May. Yo, a lot of energy. Let's try that one again. This is a general reading. Let's see what we've got for Scorpio. Oh, isn't that nice? Calling my spirit guide Swami to give me the message to work with me. I call on all any other spirit guide that wants to work with me, your spirit guide, so we can get the messages out. So we got the Lover's card, the Chariot, the Queen of Wands, the Hangman, the Devil card. We're looking for one more to complete the spread, and then I'm looking for some advice cards. Right. This card is not very straight. Right, we've got the Moon card. Looking for another two advance cards. Gosh, this one has fallen. Justice, Devil and Justice. Oh, there's too many here. I'm looking for one more. One more advice card for Scorpio. What have you got for Scorpio? One more for Scorpio. One more advice card. Right, we got it. So we got our advice cards. And the card, oh, this is beautiful. Pardon me, the card on the bottom of the deck is the Four of Staffs, which is beautiful. It's a happy card. It's a card of unity. It's a card of being happy, celebrating, having what you want, a new home, a new love, new chance. That's what it is. Celebration. So we have the Lovers, the card of Gemini. That's the combining of the masculine and feminine energies. And it's a beautiful, passionate love affair. It's the universe is with you in this passionate love affair. Then we have the Chariot, which tells us that this is a card of Cancer. It speaks of planning, moving ahead with our goal, moving forward, but not rushing. So we know we're going to get there in an awful hurry, because we can't do things in a hurry. We've got to move slowly with this. You've got your goal in sight, and you need to press on so that you can keep those two horses traveling in the same direction. Because if they're in opposing directions, you won't be able to achieve what you need to achieve. So slow does it. And then we've got Wands here, that fire energy of Leo, Sagittarius and Aries. It's the Queen of Wands. It's a very powerful energy. It's been in her power there. It's her speaking her truth and speaking outright, forthright, outright. She's very intelligent. This woman can't be bossed around. She knows what she wants, and she more than often gets what she wants. So that's the energy you have, which is a beautiful energy to have. So we've got the Hangman. So we've got the card of enlightenment. So your other person for Scorpio is enlightened. He's now come, he's hit a brainwave, and he sees things a lot clearer. Okay. You've got the Devil card, the card of Capricorn, that Earth card, the Devil, and it tells us that your other person is dependent upon dependencies. It could be a codependent relationship. Here you can see the masculine and feminine energy. He could be codependent on either having a woman or I'm talking about Scorpio person. Either it's a woman or a man. They could have a need to have a woman in their life, or you could have a need to have a man in your life, or it could be a sexual relationship more than it is love. So that's a dependency. It could be with anything. It could be with drugs. It could be with alcohol. It could be with food, obsession. There is some obsession here that your other person has. And he's waiting because he's got now the 3 of staffs. He's waiting patiently, and he's planning, and he's deciding his next move. So, this is all done in patience. So it requires patience and planning, which he's doing. Now, the advice cards for your love relationship, you got the Page of Wands. Okay, so that's the young energy, but don't be too dogmatic about the age. And this energy is coming in, and good news is coming. He's bringing in good news. You can see there's flowers on the staff. Good news is coming in, and it's going to come in via any one of these social media platforms. Yeah, so he's a young, free moral agent. He's bringing good news. And I think the good news is more on Scorpio side. There is a warning. We've got the Moon card. This is the card of Pisces. When you get this card, I often see this card when clients are betwixt and between. They don't know what to do, because this is a card of untruth. And I have to warn you here that you may be, pardon me, you may be deceived by a lover. There's a possibility of that. Maybe a lover's deceiving you. Also, you don't know what's in the minds of others. You don't know the full story. You only may know half of it. So you've got to exercise extreme caution when you get this card, because there's a lot of chicanery and canavery here. And excuse me, I think there's a communication problem. That's what I think. It's definitely your chakra, one of the chakras, either yours or your other Scorpio person's chakras closed, and they're not giving you everything they should be giving you. You also may take a trip. Take a trip to a wet place. It's going to be a very unusual trip. You won't be able to. You've never had a trip like this. It's totally unusual. And watch out for it. I think there's going to be a lot of discussions in that trip. And here we have the card of justice. So that's a legal card of justice. It could be paperwork that's in the balance. Pardon me. It could be on your other person's side. Paperwork in the balance that needs to be signed. The scales are balanced. The justice will be served. If your partner's been unfair to you in any way and he's treated you with injustice, an apology will be forthcoming. But if you've treated him with injustice, you need to apologize. Okay, this is a warning just to tell you that justice will be served, irrespective. And the overall energy is a good one. You've got nothing to worry about there. It's a good energy. I'm going to clarify these cards with the Sash of Hinton deck. And we're going to see what we get for the lovers, for your person. That's the 8 of Pentacles. It brings in good things. Money is not a problem either. It's a good time. It's a good time. If you want to apply for a job, if you want to move ahead with setting up a home, it's a very good time. You haven't got too much problems in that area. Now we got the 7 of Wands. Now the 7 of Wands speaks of, it's a fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There's a long way to go. You're working on a very big project. This is a Scorpio person. It's a project that's going to take you some time. There's travel involved in this project as well. You're going to have to travel. Okay. The caution here is, Spirit is telling you that don't see this challenge that you're facing, or whether it's work or whether it's, with you and your other half, don't see it as a big elephant. Break this challenge up or this project up into bite-sized pieces so that you can have a sensible approach to getting where you need to be, because it looks as if there's a certain amount of exhaustion going to be attached to your project, and you're going to burn out and you may become very ill. So please plan carefully. There's a partnership await you. It's a joint venture, and if it's to do with property, it's going to be a good venture. It looks as if you and your other person may decide to take ownership or partnership of something to do with property. If it's property, it's going to be a good proposition because it's going to make you some money. But the caution here is, if you have a steady job and it's a white-collar job, stay at your job, don't leave it, and invest the money that you get as a salary, invest into your new venture, because that'll be, approaching things wisely, and you're going to move forward. Your goal is in sight. Now, there's a certain amount of fire energy here with the Queen of Wands. That's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So, you've got fire in your belly. There you are. We've got the Nine of Wands, another fire energy card, which tells you that you're going to have a lot of security, but there are going to be restrictions in the security. And I think that's to do with the Seven of Staffs. Sorry, Seven of Wands. Staffs or Wands. Right, let's see what we can pick up here for this codependent relationship, or your partner. There we are. That's a confirmation. We've got the Hangman again. He's been enlightened and he's seen things from a different perspective. Things that he couldn't see before, whether that was to do with your love relationship or in general to do with you. He's now seeing it very clearly. And he can even speak to you about it, because things are a lot clearer now. Maybe it's things you've not been happy with, and they've come up, and he's gone within and he sees this a different prospect. He's managed to get a different prospect on what you've been trying to tell him all along. So it looks as if from that aspect it's good. Okay. Now, with the Moon card that we have in with the advice cards, the Moon card appeared. As I said, it's a card of Pisces. With the secrets, we've got the Four of Pentacles. Now, that's the Earth energy. It's Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And this speaks of money. You're having money. Okay, money's coming in. This money may be as a result of either a dissolve of a business, money being halved in terms of separation, or money being halved in terms of a divorce. Money is going to be split, but it's coming in. Okay, you've got money. It's a resource that you've got. Also, with this money, don't let your ego get in the way, and don't be too don't puff yourself up and use a lot of ego when you do get this money in. You must just keep a level head. Got the Eight of Wands here as well, that fire energy, which tells you that it's going to be a lot of diversity. There's going to be things are going to expand, and I think from a business prospect, things are going to expand. Or this could be to do with the expansion in your relationship. You've got a way to go, but there's travel involved here, and it's a long road, but you're getting there, and you're going to get there because you've got your eye on the goal. Right, let's see what we can pick up with this Moon energy. Page of Pentacles, Earth energy, King of Pentacles. Sorry, it's the King of Pentacles. It's a very materialistic person, this. Now, I don't know if your person is materialistic. Well, I'm not sure whether you're involved with the Earth sign, but it could very well be. Either Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is the King of Pentacles, and he's very in touch with his earthly possessions. So his money, his investments. He's a good advisor. He's a very good negotiator, but he may be a bit too materialistic. Okay, and he could be a little bit harsh, when it comes to money. Maybe this as a result of the Moon appearing, maybe this is to do with money. I'm just surmising, and it could be to do with money. Maybe you've mentioned something about money to him and about this joint venture, or about security, and he's now thinking heavily on it. He's watching his pennies, so to speak. Well, I'm not saying he's watching his pennies, but it could be pounds. It could be he's just keeping an eye on his wealth. We've got the Seven of Swords, which speaks of, it's sword energy, it's air, it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Be careful of swindlers and thieves. And this is to do with your other person. The Scorpio person needs to watch out that he's not being swindled and thieved. It could also be to do with this Moon card and the King of Pentacles. So if there's been talk of a business proposition, or he's deciding upon things like he is here, he's waiting for a plan, and then he wants to decide on where he wants to go. But money's involved, or I don't necessarily say money, but he's got to be careful that someone else is not going to do him out of something, or her out of something, because there's a caution here to be aware of such a person. And also looks as if your Scorpio person is going to be moving, but they're going to be moving business or homes, but they're going to be moving, and they're going to leave something behind, but take what's needed for the journey, take what's needed for your future. I want to clarify the Devil card. You need to know what the Devil card is. Okay. Now then, we've got the Emperor, the Empress. Yeah. Okay. So now, if this Scorpio man, he's going to meet this lady. She's a fair-headed lady. She's young. She's attractive. She's she's fertile. She's sowed, and now she's reaping her rewards. She doesn't need anyone to look after her. She can do that all on her own. But she's a lovely, spirited person. She speaks the truth, and it looks as if you may be moving to if this is a man or a woman, you're going to be moving to a better address, and it could be this address that I see right here. It's going to be address. It's going to be out in I see this address is going to be in a wooded area. It's going to be out, not in the town, not in the built-up area. But it's going to be a beautiful home. And this woman is a beautiful person too. She's gentle, she's very feminine. So watch out for that. Right now, I'm going to read I'm going to draw some clarifying cards, and I'm going to use the Archangel deck. I want to see what Spirit has a message for you. The Archangels, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, or Archangel Sandafont, or Saint Germain, or my Spirit Guide Swami. What is the message for the Scorpio person? Thank you. Message for the Scorpio person, we've drawn the Eight of Ariel. Take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. So, I think that's for this new venture that I see. That could very, very well be for the new venture. Setting yourself up. Falling back on people that you've done business with in the past, or you may have worked for. Getting advice from them. Getting everything together so that you can achieve. So that you're well centered for this new venture. What does the Scorpio's person need to know? Right. Queen of Gabriel. You can do anything right now. Go after what you want. The ability to attract helpful people. So that's a beautiful card. And I think this helpful person is this Empress. Could be male or female. Remember, there's no gender in the esoteric tarot readings. There's no gender. It's not gender specific is what I'm trying to say. Not gender specific. So this is beautiful. This is a card that you can do anything you want. You can have that togetherness. You can have that perfect person. You can move ahead. You can have the cash. You can have that perfect relationship. You can have this love. You know, it's just about how you do it. You know, you need to do it in the correct manner. Think carefully, because you have got enlightenment. Right, now I'm going to pull a card to end off the reading from the Akashic Tarot. What's the overall message for Scorpio? For love. Thank you. Ah, Archangel Michael. Isn't that lovely? Thank you. Thank God, Archangel Michael, for that. Now let's see what's the message here. What Archangel Michael, the message he wants to give you. Give thanks for that card. Right, Archangel Michael. The Archangel Michael is a channel of divine power. He is seen here sharing his energy with 2 small children, bringing them great strength and support. He is about to pick up the boy and help, and he can help you lift your energy too. When you receive this card, know that your energy reflects Michael's amazing strength. This can be a cycle of increased power for you, one where you feel your courage growing, and you know of what action to take next. Trust your convictions, your powers, and your resourcefulness. Michael upheld heralds a time of great courage, force, intuitive and action, so don't delay. He's right here with you, so tap into that dino within you and take action that compels you. With Michael and your own power, you can move mountains and lift yourself to new heights. That's a beautiful message, Scorpio. So, you know, there's the message. I think your reading is pretty good and it's pretty concise. Please let me have your comments. Also, please like and subscribe, and also comment and let me know how this resonated with you. Thank you for being here. I'll pick you up in the next video.